Damn!
This swimming pool full of liquor, then you dive.
This magic moment. Damn! So different and so new. Wasn't like any other. Until I kissed you.
Did you plan that? Of course I did. Been planning it for years. You guys didn't plan that. He knew what he was doing.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back to Shallow Depths. I'm Kayla.
And this is KJ. And this is the podcast where you never know what we'll care about.
How are you?
I'm cool. How are you, Kay?
I don't feel good, but I'm good.
This is why I just further feel like I selected the right person to go on this podcast journey with.
Why is that?
Because your dedication is unmatched.
Oh.
With you saying that you don't feel well, I definitely gave a very neutral, are we potting today? And you could have been like, my nigga, I'm cool. Like, I'm actually not feeling too hot. And you was like, yo, I'm rolling. What's good?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, the drinks are here, so maybe we should be too. They're waiting for us.
And I'm definitely having one, and I shouldn't because
But
I really don't feel good. But
it's always a good time when we get to get together and get a beverage.
This lemonade's gonna fuck me up.
That did happen. We actually seen each other outside of the podcast streets. That was great.
Oh my god, what a fucking night!
It was cool. I feel like it was for me, it was a very mellow night. I was relaxing.
It was interesting.
I did a lot of sitting in my chair. There's a lot of visuals for me to laugh at. I was chilling. For me, I was doing exactly what I'm doing now while we're potting. I was talking shit, sitting there. I mean, you got some rare footage for the people. We got a rare photo. We don't take photos.
Oh, I'm like,
that, so.
You see how my eyes went? I'm like, nigga, what footage?
No, not video.
Delete all that shit.
Not video. Just the photo. We caught a photo. That's all I'm saying. But that was a good time.
It was a good time. I'm happy
to celebrate something further. We'll get into that later. But it was relax. Everybody relax. Okay.
Well, how was your Thanksgiving?
Oh yeah, that's right. There was a whole holiday.
I totally forgot about that shit.
No one gives a shit about.
I totally forgot about that.
Ironic as shit that we go from the holiday where we cover ourselves with masks to the holiday where we get gifts, and we skip the holiday where we give things as a people.
I like Thanksgiving.
No, you're a good person. Yeah. I'm talking about the masses in society.
Yeah, they don't like that one.
Now,
they don't like the meaning behind, like, I guess the quote unquote true meaning behind Thanksgiving.
That's great. Like, I mean, like, if you're mad at like the whole fake discovery and all that stuff, that's cool. Like, if you're mad at Columbus and all that,
right,
do your thing. But I was just talking about, like, getting together with family, if you have them, if you're able to get with them, and, like, being able to enjoy time off work, enjoy some good eats, and, just kind of, at the bare minimum, realize it could all be worse.
Yep, absolutely.
And mine was cool. I'm a working ass nigga. Therefore, I worked overnight the night prior, and then worked until about 3 p.m., came home to, like, human beings already in my house. So that was kind of wild because I did want to shower. But, after getting right, I was like, okay, hi, everybody. Now I can speak. And then it was cool. And, I mean, we watched football. We played games here. And we chilled.
Oh, that sounds
How about
like fun. I do the same thing basically the same thing every Thanksgiving. We start out at my aunt's house, BC's crib. That's, like, the family house. So that's where we do Thanksgiving.
That's what's up.
And I chill with them, and then we go over to my dad's because he hosts Thanksgiving at his crib. So I went over there, and then I had to stop by the party house over at Tina and Tyler's crib.
For sure.
And I ended my night there. So it
Shout
was
out
chill.
to them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo, fam. Everyone relax. All right, everybody relax. Ladies and gentlemen, I was just trying to contribute to saying shout out to people.
Yeah, sure.
Yo, you gotta relax.
But yeah, it was chill. It was a really chill day. I enjoyed myself.
Did you do Black Friday?
I never do Black Friday.
Okay.
I don't even like to shop.
Have you ever done it?
Never.
Okay, I did it once.
I've never done it, and I'll never do it.
We got really drunk one night. We partied. We went out. I think we pulled up in the IHOP. Then at about 3 or 4 in the morning, we pulled up to a Best Buy and bought TVs. Like, I remember we all did that, like, as a group of friends. It was really ignorant, but it was fun.
See, I can't.
Crowds, it's messy.
Yeah, the way my anxiety is set up too. I don't
that wouldn't be worth
being around a bunch of people, and then there's no deal good enough for me to wait in a line like
not
that.
Not to save $20
and to be up in the middle of the night standing in line and shit like that. There's no. I'll pay full price.
It's wild cold.
I'm all set.
The internet's doing amazing things nowadays. I mean, like, back then, that might be the only time you could get that sale. But now, shit.
And then there's Cyber Monday.
Do a Google search. You're Gucci. You
right.
know what I mean? Like, it's not even a worry.
I didn't take part in that either. That Cyber Monday shit. Didn't do it.
Yeah, I mean.
I did buy some plane tickets on Travel Tuesday.
No, that's fire. That's that big money talk, you know. I didn't even know.
It wasn't no fucking deal.
But I didn't know there was a such thing as Travel Tuesday.
No, they just say, I guess, that, like, on Tuesdays it's supposed to be, like, the best day to buy tickets because they're the cheapest, supposedly. And someone told me, and I don't know how true it is, I didn't follow up, but someone told me, like, oh, no, every Tuesday is supposed to be cheap, but this Tuesday is supposed to be, like... Even more.
Super cheap.
But then I go on, I buy my tickets, and I'm like, this shit was the same amount last week. So
you was like,
I didn't really save. What? Right. I didn't really save, but whatever.
Hey man, you tried.
I'm getting the fuck out of here. That's all that matters.
I heard that, man. Enjoy your trip. Safe travels, of course.
Thank you.
You guys have a blast.
We will.
I'll actually let it where y'all going.
Oh, it's okay. We're going to Jamaica.
Oh, that's fire.
My mom and my stepdad's wedding anniversary.
Oh yeah. Always dope. That's what's up.
It's a bunch of people going too.
That's cool. I hear that.
Yeah.
Now that we know how we're doing, we could talk about how the world's doing. This week. Oh man. I
don't have nothing.
You don't have nothing?
Nah, not for that.
Oh shit! I ain't even gonna hold you. I might have one. This week, and things I didn't expect to hear.
Oh, okay.
You feel me?
I do feel you. I do.
Let's see. The first thing I didn't expect to hear, you remember, Gentlemen, way back in the day, I mean, before our time, because, I mean, we're kids in the bigger scheme of things. The guy, Colt 45, gets him every time, that guy. Billy D. Williams, ladies' man extraordinaire.
Billy D.
I mean, one of the original MCMs for you women out there. Your grandmama's MCM.
I'm about to say it for
your great grandmama's MCM. Your mama might have thought the older guy was kind of all right. He's gender fluid.
So did you read that? Because I didn't read it.
You didn't read it?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't be reading shit.
I mean, that just makes you a normal person. Like, we're not gonna act like you get slandered for that shit. I mean, we can look it up a little bit, try to see what's going on. But I mean, like, what is it? What exactly does that mean?
Right, and it's been so long. I mean, so long because he's old. Like, for him to say that. So it says, earlier this month, whatever, sent social media into a frenzy when he reportedly revealed that he was gender fluid. Well, now he wants y'all to pump your brakes because he just clarified his previous comments, and they are very different from what many initially thought. People were applauding him for admitting that he was gender fluid and uses both masculine and feminine pronouns. He has now set the record straight on what he actually meant. During a recent interview, I guess he said, what the hell is gender fluid? That's a whole new term. So
You've been on Earth a while.
So niggas got it fucked up. So maybe, I guess he's not gender fluid?
So he's not gender fluid.
It had nothing to do with sexuality. He explains what he meant. It had nothing to do with sexuality or sexual orientation, but instead about being in touch with the softer side of himself. I wasn't talking about sex. I was talking about being gay or straight. People should read. I mean, it would be an interesting education for a lot of people. No, I'm not gay by any stretch.
Well, okay, so this term, and I mean,
I don't know what gender fluid means.
thank you. We will add this to the bevy of alternative lifestyle terms that I am not well versed in.
Yeah, I really don't know.
I don't know exactly what
how
it
to
means
use that term
to be gender fluid.
It's like, do you okay? Earlier in that in whatever I just read, it said something about using masculine and feminine pronouns. So do you sometimes refer to yourself as he and
Or
then
she.
as she?
See, because that's different than that's different than because see, when he said something about being in touch with one's softer side, I was about to say, would that be attributed to like him being able to like lay his hair back, or like slick his hair back, or maybe like he doesn't do like quote unquote dirty work, like you know what I mean, like.
So I always thought like when people say, "Oh, he's in touch with his softer side or in touch with his feminine side," he was just a little more sensitive.
That's what that
and
means?
like in tune with how quote unquote women feel. Like, how women are more, or it's said to be women are just, softer individuals and more in tune with their feelings and emotions and shit like that. And men are like stronger and more macho.
So for lack of better words, when you say about yourself, when you say I'm a nigga, that would be like no, for lack of better words.
I ain't no punk ass bitch.
Would that be you being in touch with your masculine side?
I guess.
Because you're not but I don't know how that works.
I'm not like the most girly girl you're gonna find. Like I'm not like prim and proper. I'm not nails done, hair done, makeup. Like I don't do any of that type shit.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So that's what you mean when you say that?
And then I'm like relaxed. I don't need flowers and candy all the time.
But I think some of the stuff,
do this and do that. And my man, like I'm just like, nigga, I'll do it myself.
But I think some of the stuff like you apply to yourself has a lot to do with being like quote unquote brash or being straightforward or being blunt.
Yeah.
Or like, but I don't think that like girls necessarily all beat around the bush, for lack of better words. Like, you know what I mean? Like, cause you like I just look at you like a straightforward person. I never thought.
Yeah, but some women aren't doing certain things. It's like, oh no, that's a man. I'm not getting my
shovel or something.
Yeah, I'm not getting my nails. I might break a nail.
Okay, so
that type shit. Like that's never ever gonna be me. No.
Okay.
I'm going outside. I'm gonna fucking shovel.
Got you.
Like you brought up shoveling. Yeah, I will shovel. I will. I fix shit.
I got you.
I
mean, I feel like. I'm not like the most handy fellow, but like I'm like you know what I mean. Like it's like like I'll call the plumber. I pay for him, like, you know what I mean? Like,
see, I'm gonna try to fix the shit before I call anybody.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like to me, like I'm like, I'm stimulating the economy. You know what I mean? I'm creating jobs. I'm helping the brother man.
Not me. I'm cheap. I'm like, if I could do this shit myself, I'm doing it.
I feel no. Don't get me wrong. Like I'll go buy the liquid plumber. We try to figure it out.
Nah, nigga, I'm taking that shit apart.
See, if the problem gets too great, like I don't got the snake and all that. Like, I'm gonna get on the horn. I'm gonna Google somebody. I'm gonna get them over here because I just want things to be fixed. Like I be wanting my peoples to be alright. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like it's like, but then it's like I feel like I handle things, but I don't feel like I handle things on like the traditional. Like, oh, I'm about to get under the hood and do this oil change. Like, no, I go get the oil changed.
Yeah, I mean, in today's society, a lot of men are like that. They're not as handy as.
But would that mean that we're in touch with our feminine side?
No, that just means you're not a fucking mechanic.
But I'm just. But I feel. But what I'm saying is traditionally, that's what that meant.
Like back
it's
in the day, niggas
like,
was really like, like you get down and dirty, you do that shit yourself.
Like, you want a deck on your house? Go cut some lumber. Like, my nigga, like what?
That doesn't make you in touch with your feminine side because you ain't building decks. But
I'm like, yo, I don't have it. Like,
so that's why I say my interpretation of being in touch with a feminine or softer side is just being more
sensitive.
letting go of like that macho shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I'm a man. Men don't cry and shit like that. Like, nah, he's comfortable being like, letting that out and stuff like that. And
I mean, I probably still fit into that label. Like, as far as being in touch with one's feminine side, for lack of better words.
Yeah, and it shouldn't even be feminine side.
I don't look at it like that.
You know what I mean? I don't take no offense to it, but those alpha females will.
Like to me, I just don't feel like I fit into. I don't feel like I fit into the norms that are like subconsciously attributed to like this macho guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like I'm not about to force myself to listen to some music I don't want to listen to because like, yo, there's no girls around, so why are you listening to R&B? Like, because it sounds amazing.
Yeah, nah, that,
like,
I don't
you know
think
what I mean?
it's
Like,
not even like the music thing, because there's a lot of macho niggas out there
they should
will sing the shit out of.
You should, you know what I mean? Like, you should be
Yeah.
able to be enough and like be like, yo, I enjoy this shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean,
But
like,
a lot of guys think it's like punk shit to cry.
I like a lot of
that's
artistic
not it.
shit. Like, you know what I mean? I like artistic shit.
That has nothing to do with being soft or feminine either.
To some people it does though, you know what I mean? Like, or like you like fashion, or you know what I mean? Like, you'd be like, yo, there's a lot of things that I'd be like, yo, nah, I just think that shit's fly. Like, I don't want no. I'm cool on all that other shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, all the shit you assume, but fuck it. My thing is like, a man has many versions, just like women have many versions. Like, I feel like there's many versions of womanhood, there's many versions of manhood. And you can't necessarily say that a man is like homosexual for liking certain things that are subconsciously attributed to women, or vice versa. You can't think that a woman is a lesbian because she likes things that are subconsciously attributed to a man.
No, not at all.
But I mean, speaking of alternative lifestyles, Dwayne Wade's son made the news again, and he's young. I mean, he's still young. I mean, he was young last time we said something about him, and we were talking about age appropriate. But I guess there was a photograph circulated for the holidays where he had his hand on his dad's shoulder. Did you see it?
I did.
Okay, so he had his hand like on his dad's shoulder, and you could see that he had his nails done. I don't know what the nail terminology is, but he had nails like what are they called? Press-ons? I don't know. Shit. I'm going to say some stupid
You
shit.
Can't tell if they're press-ons or not. I don't know if the motherfuckers was press-ons or
maybe that's all him.
Or
maybe,
gel. Who the
yeah,
fuck
all
knows?
that.
I don't know.
All those. There go to terms. There go to terms that you pull up to the place for. I know you don't do it.
No.
But I'm just saying, like, so did you have a stance on that?
I think let the boy be who he be, but this is my thing. Even if it was my child, if it was a girl, at 11, she wouldn't have nails.
So we're still on the side of age appropriate.
For me, it's age. Like, my 11-year-old's not wearing a crop top and nails. You know what I mean? So I don't care if it's a girl or a boy.
Whatever your view is on life.
I don't give a fuck about, his sexual orientation or her sexual orientation.
Well, you shouldn't have a sexual orientation.
Right, but you know what you like.
I got you.
You know if you have a crush on a boy when you're 11 or a crush on a girl when you're 11. Like, he has a crush on a boy.
I hate the term sexual orientation because my dumbass automatically thinks sex. It's the first thing you hear.
Yeah, but you know what you're attracted to. Like, you have these feelings like, oh my God, I like him. Like, you know what I mean?
I got you.
He knows he feels that way about a boy. That's fine. Don't give a fuck. And I'll support him. But, nigga, I'm going to treat you like I would treat anyone else. You're not wearing a crop top and nails at 11. For me, it's too young.
Now,
my kid is 9. You know what I'm saying? In 2 years, Kennedy is not wearing no fucking fake nails and crop tops. No, fuck no.
Now, how does that work when a person's able to weaponize their lifestyle choice against your regular parental discipline?
I don't even know what the fuck you just said.
Okay, so
you got to dumb that shit down.
Nah, I mean, so in layman's terms, when Dwayne Wade says like, "Yo, listen, fam, like, you can't do that," and it's like, wait, so you're not trying to let me express myself at like how do you like? I mean, like, in the world we live in, like, it's like he gets to like get like, I hate to say it, but like maybe he thought like he was doing the right thing
I'm pretty
by
sure
supporting his son because he felt like he was shutting him down with all this thing, just like the Pride Parade. Like I'm like, yo, all that stuff. Like I'm like, yo, if your son is the age of your older son,
Yeah,
cool.
whatever.
But I'm like, yo, he's a little kid.
Yeah, there's no way that shit wouldn't be going down. My child can come at me. Well, you're not letting me, and I don't give a fuck, nigga. You're not doing it.
Like I'm not letting you because you're young. I'm not
Right. It's
not
not
letting
of
you
your
because I'm mad at
choices.
your choice.
No, that has nothing to do with it. Not for me anyway. It has nothing to do with it. But I'm gonna support you. You know, in anything. You can get your nails done, but you're not getting tips like long nails. You can get your fingernails painted. Because I would let Kennedy get her fingernails painted. She goes to the nail salon and gets polish.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, go
cool.
ahead. You want some polish? Go get some fucking polish. Who cares? But you're not getting fake nails. That's too grown.
Yeah.
It's just too grown. So.
No, I hear you. I don't even think we
But
have to like...
everybody parents differently. I know some little girls who have
Do that.
nails very young, and I was in hair dyed and all that type shit like young, and I'm like, my mother would never.
and I mean, like, I get it. I get it. I mean, we don't have to dig into, like, reading all the posts and everything of that nature. I mean, shout out to his family for continuing to
people were mean. I don't even like
him.
to read that shit because it's like people are just so nasty. And at the end of the day, he is still a child. And
I hate, no disrespect to him. I don't even know his name, and I wouldn't want to mention his name. Like, no disrespect to his son or any of the other people involved, because I hate that it's a hot button issue, for lack of better words. Because I'm not trying to like.
It shouldn't be. You should have looked at that picture and liked it, or kept scrolling.
At this point, like, this conversation is simply to raise awareness about our view on parenting and things that we view as age appropriate.
Yep.
Not about you and your parenting, if you were ever to hear this, Dwayne Wade, and your choices with your son. And I'm pretty sure
I fully support everything
I was about to say,
that y'all are doing.
I'm pretty sure you're doing everything that you feel is the right thing by, like, taking every choice very carefully and deciding which way to go, because you have to decide if you're hurting him or if you're going to just deal with what the world says and support him in front of it and say fuck everybody, which is perfectly
and what
fine.
they did, and they,
because
his brother
family,
stepped up.
They supported him so beautifully.
They rallied behind him. Something that was beautiful.
And I'm with all that. That's what
Absolutely.
I'm saying. Cool. I don't think 11-year-olds should have a crop top. Cool. I don't think an 11-year-old should have nails. That's my business. But you know what I do believe? I believe that families should stick up for each other. And the way they did that for him was flawless. Like, at the end of the day, if they was sitting there allowing him to do that or supporting him in house doing that and then cowered in the public, I'd have been like, y'all niggas is some bitches. Like, y'all niggas is corny as fuck for not standing by that boy and letting the fucking media rake him over the coals. So y'all got it. Y'all did y'all thing.
That was great.
But I mean, speaking of him being a little boy and, like, just little children in general, Snoop is actually working on some music for little children. Did you hear about that?
I did not.
Okay, so Snoop Dogg. I mean, now, to be perfectly honest, Snoop Dogg has given us lots of music. He has given us... have you ever heard of his gospel? He had an gospel album.
I didn't listen to it, but I heard about it.
He also had a reggae album. I believe it was Snoop Lion.
Oh, that was a reggae album?
Yes. So he is he is genre bending. He is using a lot of different types of music. Now, I heard that he's doing something where he's working on some children's music.
Yeah, so Snoop has a plethora of hits he intends to flip and deliver to babies around the world. Some of the bedtime tunes. Oh, this nigga is releasing a fucking lullaby album.
It's fire.
So some of the bedtime tunes include Gin and Juice, Drop It Like It's Hot, and Sensual Seduction.
Okay.
He says, I'm not going to lie. The whole thing is intriguing to me. I'm really trying to imagine what a baby-friendly version of Gin and Juice is going to sound like.
Yeah, same here.
He teamed up with a California-based company called Rockabye Baby to release a collection of his hit songs. That is...
Now...
And it's set to release tomorrow.
Now, my issue... I didn't have an issue before you read that. I didn't. Like,
Nigga, gin and juice?
I just thought Snoop was gonna for shizzle my nizzle up like Rockabye Baby on the treetop, and we was gonna get in and out of there, and maybe have some new ones,
right?
And I was gonna be alright. Like I was like, yo, Snoop's wholesome. He damn near, I think he might have grandkids by now.
He does.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, do you think? I know his son's is grown. Like, you
I'm
know,
pretty sure he has a
children are
granddaughter.
And with that said, like, cool. You know what I mean? I believe he actually lost a grandchild too, if I recall. You know,
I don't know,
but. All I'm saying is I was more than happy to support that because I feel like there's a market that a lot of us creative people are missing out on. Like, as far as like, yo, if I can rap, like, I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, sitting right here in this fucking house, I'm being a shitty human being to not come up with Baby Shark because that shit is easier than fucking any rap I've ever written. And that shit will pay my grandchildren's bills, and I don't even have a child yet. Like, so I'm fucking up. Like, you know what I'm saying? So at that point, I can understand him like saying like, yo, I'm gonna make some children stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like Sesame Street's still in business. Like, the story don't change. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, children stuff is perfect because there's always gonna be new kids, so it always rebirths your material. But I don't know about making a gin and juice for no.
What it said? Gin and juice, sensual seduction, and what else?
Wait, what's the other one?
That's wild as fuck.
I don't, like, gin and juice, sexual seduction. Drop it like it's hot.
Drop it like it's hot for the babies.
See, my kids can't listen to that.
No, we have to listen to it. I'm definitely listening to it tomorrow.
My kid can't.
And
listen
I need to hear this shit. I want to know how the fuck he remixed gin and juice.
Oh gosh, Snoop. I was with you, man.
This is gonna be funny.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man.
It might just be the beat. You know what I'm saying? It might just be the beat.
I don't even know at this point, man. Snoop's wild. That nigga's tripping. But you know, speaking of people tripping, we are getting to the darker parts of our dive, and I don't want to end on a dark note. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say the one that I consider the darkest. Then we'll get to the other one. So a man that for some reason has been given the gift of mortality still, George Zimmerman, is trying to sue the parents of the young teenage boy that he murdered. Am I right?
Trayvon Martin.
That's what he's trying to do? Like, he's insane.
I think he's suing him for like $100 million or some crazy shit like that.
Fuck is wrong with him?
Yeah.
Like, that nigga's insane. Like, you took my son, like...
What more do you want from me?
Like, leave me the fuck alone. Like, stop reminding me that you have a pulse. Like, I hate you. You know what I mean? Like, all I know is that man is like... I don't know. Like, Jay-Z said it best. Sidebar. Happy birthday to Jay-Z, if he ever was to hear this. But Jay-Z said it best when he said, y'all killed X and let Summerlin man live. The streets is done.
Yeah.
Like...
So it's a defamation lawsuit. I didn't know what it was about, but it's defamation. $100 million defamation lawsuit against the parents of Trayvon Martin.
He defamed himself. Like, I understand that you disgustingly don't
He's
believe.
mentally, like, something's not right with him upstairs. Like, his elevator don't go to the top.
I feel you.
Because that's not anything a sane human being would do.
You
already got off.
I understand your elevator doesn't go all the way up, but you could still be in that building with the white walls and the padded.
That's where he needs to be.
Like, you don't have to be at the top floor.
No, that's where he needs to be.
Pick a floor, my nigga. Like,
he's bugging. He's out of his fucking mind.
And we apologize to anyone listening to make this a super serious moment.
But a trash ass human being.
You know, he's a horrible human being, and a person that I once considered a horrible human being because she just exuded all types of ghetto activity. You remember the girl Catch Me Outside? How about that on
it's
Dr.
Cash
Phil?
Me Outside.
Okay, that girl. So you do remember. Yeah, that young lady, affectionately known as Bad Bobby or Bad Baby.
I think it's Baby.
Okay.
I think.
All I know is
nigga, we're washed. We were calling the nigga Fivio.
What is it? It's 5-0?
Yeah. I think it's because
Fivvy.
in the song he says like Fivey, and I'm like, oh,
Fivey.
is your name Fivio?
Oh, so that wasn't an O like you were finishing his name. That was an O like oh.
Like, oh, that's it.
Well, listen, man. I don't know about being washed.
So I don't know if it's bad Bobby or bad baby.
I call myself washed, but shit like that, like I'm just grown.
And she spells it all dumb, so nobody knows what it is.
There's lots of H's in there. and
Word
stuff.
up! Like, why are there so many H's?
I'm not quite sure. I mean, but I guess that I'm not sure where she was going, so I'm not gonna add context to her particular styling. But I heard that she was she rocked box braids or something of the sort. Mm-hmm. And people weren't big on that for some reason.
They weren't.
So what she did was,
This is the last time that I'm addressing this because it's getting real ignorant and real stupid, and I don't like my words getting twisted, so I'm gonna just make a video so you can get exactly what I'm trying to say. So my comment was made towards the black women who had something to say about my hair. Like I said, to the black women who are saying my hair ain't meant for box braids, that's what I said. I didn't say to the whole black community, I just said back to them what they said to me. I said to all the people saying I'm trying to be black for wearing my hair in braids, well then you must be trying to be white for wearing your hair straight. That don't make sense, huh? So why you can say it to me, but when I say the exact thing back to you, I can't say that. I ain't no racist. This is the
I'm sorry.
How do you feel about that?
Oh man, I feel like I'm the worst person to speak because,
Why?
because I'm a man,
And
I feel like women, especially women of color, would have a more articulate response to this than I do, because to me, that may make sense. Now, to some other woman, she may say that let's see, India.Arie, I Am Not My Hair. Like, that's a great song. Now, she may feel that way and feel like, yo, like, I could do anything with my hair, but am I wrong to see that this girl may have a point to say, like, oh, so I can't do anything with mine?
well, I agree with her.
Oh, okay. Now, see, to me, I feel like there's a fine line. Mm-hmm. So when the Kardashians had cornrows, and then they said that the Kardashians invented
That's a problem.
boxer braids. That's a problem.
That was a problem.
That's an issue. That's where the cultural appropriation comes in.
Exactly.
Now, to me, if a person just happens to wear a style that is typically known for our culture, like, we have to realize that if we wear styles that are typically known for other cultures, we don't feel like we're jacking their shit, right? We're just we're just trying something out. So it'd have to be, what's good for the goose is good for the gander type shit.
I agree with her because I didn't watch that video, but I read something that she posted. So she was talking about.
I guess she was
the video was in
doubling down.
response to the whatever she posted.
She responded, then there was backlash, then
right,
she made
and
the
so
video.
basically she was saying like, to the black women saying that I can't wear my hair in braids or my hair's not meant for braids. Like, she said, so like, but y'all go out and y'all buying Peruvian,
Like
Brazilian
you buying
weave.
this, right.
You know what I'm saying? And
to try to
right,
be
so
other
like
cultures. At least
so it's like you
localized.
can wear your braid your fucking hair up and sew somebody else's hair in your head, and with
that's
Brazilian
cool.
or Peruvian hair, and that's fine. But she
But
can't
I'm
wear
bugging.
box braids. And I'm tired of. I'm a black woman.
There we go.
I'm tired of black people, black women, whatever, doing that. No bullshit. Like, the shit gets on my nerves. Like, we cannot just do whatever the fuck we want to do, and as soon as somebody says something to us, it's a fucking problem, and she's racist. No, she's not racist for standing up for herself and responding like, oh, you trying to be black because you wearing box braids. Okay, you're trying to be Peruvian because you got fake hair in your head.
Now, as two people of color, I wouldn't call us the most woke people of color.
No.
But as two people of color sitting here on these microphones, I will admit that I understand what she's saying. And I think that, like, she made a solid point, and you just made a solid point, because we are like a very famous, well, not famous, I'll say a very popular term nowadays is black people can't be racist. And I'm like, I kind of feel like we can.
Of course you can.
Like, but it's like, oh, but if you put it in historical context, look what we've been. I'm like, I get it, but I'm like, you don't think that some of the stuff is like, yo, like, you're just kind of like turning, you're kind of turning the fact that we've been done wrong historically against anything, and acting like you could just like it's like the same thing as like a person that like is, all right, casual shit, a white person being around you has to deal with the fact that you're about to like crack on them,
and they can't say shit,
and they can't make no joking comeback on your culture, like, man, you better not cook. You the white guy. You better not cook. You the white girl. Ha 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 ha. And then like she could never be like, oh, well, I know your chick about to hit, because like she couldn't come back like that, because it'd be like, oh, that's racist. How like we gotta be able to dish it the way we
corny.
We gotta be able to dish it the way we want to take it.
That shit is corny as fuck to me. I'm so tired of it.
As a person that has friends of other cultures, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like come on,
I
like
I
let's
have white friends.
like let's be fair.
And
not on some bullshit, not some of my best friends are not that shit.
Nah.
Nah, like real friends.
Yeah,
like.
I have real friends who are white. Like 2 of my closest friends are white women.
Right.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
that's fine.
And I don't know. It's just, to me, the shit is just dumb. It gets on my nerves. I'm tired of black people doing that shit. If you don't want a motherfucker to say something to you, don't say it to them.
And if for some reason you didn't catch everything that we just said in these couple minutes, double back maybe 30 seconds, and you'll see that we still seen with the Kardashian thing was cultural appropriation. We felt like that was problematic. It's not that we're sitting here trying to act like everything's just okay and there's no problems in the world. Like,
there are some problems.
There are some
but this is
fucking
not a
problems,
problem.
Yeah.
This is a problem.
We're going too far. Sometimes this is a problem with us.
Right. This is a problem with us.
Exactly.
This has nothing to do with that girl. Like, y'all attacked her for no fucking reason.
Yeah, and I mean, what can be tough, or what was probably a prior issue with her, was her acting a certain way that's attributed to a certain culture on Dr. Phil years prior. But once again, I don't know if that girl's acting like her neighborhood. I don't know if she grew up in a neighborhood where everybody
we don't know
acts
shit
like
about
that
girl.
So
you know some white people that's like
more
who are like,
quote unquote,
they act a certain way, and it's like, nah, that's just him. Like, that's just how he is.
Like, yeah,
he grew up around here, like,
what are you
around
supposed
all
to
of
do?
us. Like,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? That's who he is. He's not acting.
And that's not fair.
It's not fair.
But we will talk about some things that are more than fair and beautiful.
It's a celebration of black excellence.
Yes. It's because you're black.
Black Boy Joy. RZA.
For the week.
For the week. RZA of Wu-Tang launches a vegan puffer jacket made from recycled ocean plastic.
Yo,
Why'd you laugh
don't look at me.
immediately?
You looked at me like you wanted me to do what I did in the inbox, and I was trying to keep it positive.
No, but that's dope, though, you know.
I mean, it's
Saving the
environmentally
planet.
it's environmentally conscious, and I'm
It
happy
is.
for that, gentleman.
That's dope. But just him doing anything, you know, whatever.
Oh, yeah, of course. You got to be happy for anyone doing anything. Now,
Doing
me
anything.
personally, I'm not going to hold you. I probably won't get it because of, just thinking like that was like ocean plastic. I'm cool.
You know how much shit you done had out the ocean already?
Probably drinking out of a cup that's made from fucking plastic from the fucking ocean.
Right.
But it wasn't sold to me like that. That's all I'm saying. But
I don't understand. Well, never mind.
No. Let's go. What do you got?
Because they said it's a vegan coat. Like, you could eat the motherfucker. Like,
see? Okay.
you know what I mean?
There
Like,
you
I
go. Your
get it,
shit's
like,
coming through. That's what
made
I'm
out
talking
of
about.
Ocean plastic, whatever. I get that part, but like, it's a vegan coat. Like, I don't know. I just didn't understand that, but whatever.
I mean, maybe we should. Maybe we're ignorant and we should look at
Right,
the
is
term
vegan, right? That's what I'm saying. Is vegan
All right.
just food, or
we're,
like a?
we're gonna do it. We're gonna hold on.
History. Shit, don't everybody believe in Google? Go Google that shit.
So we're gonna Google that shit now. Vegan definition: a person who does not eat or use animal products.
Okay, so the coat's not a person. So
You sure?
the coat can't
Have you
be,
bought one? Was it a person?
The coat can't be vegan if a vegan is a person. Who
Okay,
doesn't
no.
do-
Hold on. Adjective. That's the noun
Here we
version.
go.
Using or containing no animal products.
There it goes. It's a vegan coat.
So it's a vegan coat.
It's a vegan coat. Makes sense now.
Speaking of
Thank you,
vegan,
Google.
Thank you, Google. Shout out to you.
I said what I said.
It's all good though, you know what I mean? Like we're just sitting here trying to understand the world as we know it. And now we are on to our next segment, which is our loyal. This week's loyal to the soil. I was able to see some riveting cinema in person. Yo, stop laughing. What's wrong with you? Okay, now, one of the great thespians of our time.
Hey,
That
shut the fuck up.
why are you? Yeah. What?
You.
Yo, one of the great thespians of our time made her return to the stage over the weekend. No, it was an amazing show. From all I could gather from what she offered to the production. Now,
Yeah, you're really not shit.
I
That's why I didn't want your fucking ass to come, because I knew I was going to be used for content.
all right, cool. So I'm gonna make it quick because I don't want to keep talking shit about the homie. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Shout out to my sis. I showed her some support, begrudgingly, because she wasn't fucking with me going and supporting at all.
No, I was not.
But shout out to Kayla, also known as the Doc. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so that picture, that caption on that picture with the doc.
Oh yeah. Context for anyone that thought it was some other shit. I don't know what you could think. But she played a doctor in a play, and fresh off the play, we had a celebratory drink as family, and it was dope. And some more family ended up being there by accident, and that was cool too. And she played a doctor in the play. It was dope.
So now he calls me the doc.
Shout out to the doc. That was fire. And you did a great job. And by accident, I was able to support your baby.
Yes, my baby.
And yeah, so I was really
And
happy.
Auntie Shauna,
I was
yeah.
happy to see them when I was like, I was like,
Like, I know them.
I was like, this is way more bang for the buck. Shout out! I showed everybody love. We're in here. You know what I'm saying? And it was cool. So you are this week's loyal to the soil.
Well, thanks for coming. I didn't want you to come.
Yes,
But,
I know that.
the support is appreciated.
I didn't want you to come. I didn't bother you
We're at the play?
at all. I
Nigga,
know
you
'cause
were texting me from the audience.
Wait, did I? Oh,
About... Yes, the fuck you were.
I forgot about that.
I'm backstage like, yo.
I forgot about that. Yo, you know what my version of I didn't bother you was? It was, I didn't go up to you and be like, hey, you did a great job. I was like, I'll talk to you later or whatever. I forgot that text.
You were texting from the audience.
It was
I'm
yo,
twice. This nigga needs... But I'm back there laughing, and they're like, Kayla, and I'm like, nothing, go ahead.
Yo, that was, I don't even remember what I said. It was something it was a live reaction.
It was a live reaction.
Someone said something
to some
and I was like,
bullshit.
in the script. I wasn't ready for it. But I digress. I'm not here to tear my people down or...
No, because shout out to them because it was
valiant effort.
It was a good time.
For sure.
I really had a good time doing that with them. And I was only a part of it for a week or a week and a half, 2 weeks. They just needed somebody to fill in for that role.
That's what's up.
And it was like, you want? I was like, oh, well, fuck it, I'll do it.
Hell yeah.
And then, I was like, oh, shit. So meeting all those people and stuff like that, they're mad cool. So it was a good time doing it. I had fun.
I appreciate all the people continuing to try to do things in the area. That was beautiful. I'll add another one just since we're here. Newkirk Draft League is coming to a close soon. We are at the Final Four next Sunday, and the week after that it'll be the finals. It'll be the championship, and then it'll be done. And it's been a great season thus far. I try to keep people posted via my social media and post the video links of me talking that shit and enjoying the basketball tournament. And on that note, we will move on to our next segment.
So for the bait
Nope.
for this week, it's not the bait. I totally fucked up.
Nah,
because,
we good.
No, because I'm looking at this thing.
Nah, that's the list on. That's
I
what
know,
we look at.
and I skipped a segment.
It's
so
all good. So now for the sink or swim.
This is a sink or swim.
We're not erasing that.
Listen, we've been out of commission. Shit. Anyway,
We had a week off.
We had a week
holiday.
off. You know what I'm saying? I forgot how to do my job.
But you know your tunes, right?
I do know my tune. So mine is The Cry.
By
Tory Lanez.
featuring
Mario.
Believe that.
Off Chicks Tape 5.
Believe that.
You curved the fuck out of me, baby. Some nerve you talked out on me, baby. Shot my shit down with 3 AKs. Give no fucks, not for me, baby. Hold up. Give no fucks, not for me, baby. All this shit not for free, baby. All this you got from me, baby. And I'm keeping it G, baby. Gotta replay you how you play me, baby. Gotta repay you how you play me, baby. I can be faithful, somehow you wanna be faithful. All of a sudden, you say you hear my heart. Knowing it slides, baby, I see in your eyes, baby. You G and me and know you see this shit from the start. Was loving you hard, I see the love come with scars. But I can hear your heart is crying out for me. And if it tears apart, take my words for how they sounded. You should've never doubted. Now you can live without me. You should've never doubted. Now you can live without me.
I see the way you looking like that. Ain't no need to hold it back. I'ma be the one to listen. Take you higher than you ever been. Baby, don't make me wait for nothing. Cause girl, I promise you gon' love it. When you wet, you can say you don't want it. That pussy so wet. Every girl that's a hit, I can have that. But what's between me and you, we can hide that. You too bad to be playing, it's a hijack. Cause I can hear you calling. I can hear your heart, it's crying out. I can hear your heart, it's crying out. I can hear your heart, it's crying out. It's crying out for me, yeah. The sound is coming from you. It's trying to tell me what to do. I know the sound is coming from you. It's trying to tell me what to do. I can hear your heart. It's crying out for me. But if it tears apart, take my words for how they sounded. You should've never doubted. Now you can live without me. You should've never doubted. You can live without me. Baby, I won't lie to myself. And you can't deny what you felt. I know you miss riding with me top down every rubber round town. Now you're crying out for me. Cause I hit it right the way you like that. Yeah. You made your mind, I changed it right back. Yeah. If you could do better, then you would do better. You know I'm sexy, intelligent, or whatever. Day we would've two that would team up, Martin and Gina. You know the truth, but you seen them. Few how you doing, I see a point of view when I need to. I won't lose sleep over this slow. Got me jumping out the window, 45th floor. Moves that you give me back, things that I did to you. This is you getting me back, and I need more to love you. I've been praying that
some peace gonna come through. How you gonna be my enemy when I love you? You know I need your energy when you come through. You know I found love when I seen you. Seeing you was something that I ain't never seen before, but I seen her. Be sure you was all aboard my marina demeanor. Scale of 1 to 10, 15. Shawty got game, front row, full season. Fuck with a nigga head, no good reason. Dress real spiffy anytime it's pool season. Shawty get a kick out of fucking up and leaving. You want a nigga that appreciation. Have him rolling and you go and put your skates on. I love you more than they could ever love you. Appreciate a nigga, make me wanna do something. And every time I hear you, girl, I'ma show you what you came back to me for.
Damn! That was The Cry by Tory Lanez featuring Mario off of Chicks Tape 5.
Yeah, I love that fucking album.
Me too.
Do you?
It's such a good body of work.
I mean, it takes you to a place. You know
it does.
I mean?
It's good. I like what he did with it. All those features, sampled and had the artist on the joint. That was dope.
Are you a Tory Lanez fan?
I like Tory Lanez. I can't say I'm not a fan of nobody really like. Oh, I'm a such and such fan.
So did you used to listen to Chicks tapes before?
Not really.
Okay.
Like I heard some tracks off of them, but I never like sat there and listened to one all the way through. No, I did not.
Oh, okay.
No.
Nah,
Nope.
I mean, like I don't know that Chicks tape is solid, man.
Nope.
I mean, I don't know. I'm about to go off of the plan right now, but this is this from Chicks tapes 4. You ever heard this?
I know that's the Proud Family. No.
This shit is fire.
Fucking you made me proud of me. Cause I know that you doubted me. Even told me I would never get with you. Told me I could never get with you. But this pride in me wouldn't let you slide by me. That's when I came back round. I played my game with no respect. I finessed you to make me seem down, but I finessed you.
But that is off of Chicks Tapes 4. That is the Proud Family theme redone. But he be like flipping a lot of songs. I just that's one of my favorites from that. Like, I'm not gonna play the whole thing because I don't want to skip my entry for the week. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Tory Lanez. This song is also a newer R&B song that came out similar time as Tory Lanez. This is Eric Bellinger, and the song is called Undress.
Na 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 na. Hit me. Na 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 na. It's gonna be a fake song. You know there's something in the water, they said. But I'm not here to bother, no pressure. You can let your guard down, I swear. Don't forget who you are, girl. Take your time and show me what it's like to be faithful. Cause they might say they got it all, babe, but fuck all the rest, you ain't just good, you the best. Baby, it's something about you. Who do I call? Who do I run to? If it's not you, if it's not you, you know it's you. No pressure, no stress, no. All you gotta do is undress, and no stress. Say less. All you gotta do is undress, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we can talk all night. Body language conversation. Put you in handcuffs. Start my low investigation. Know what you need when I'm inside. You know the vibe. Keep it dripping just like alkaline. Well. Drippy. Well, dripping wet. Legs wrapped around my neck. Baby, it's something about you. It's just something about you. Who do I call? Who do I run to? If it's not you. If it's not you. You know it's you.
That was Undress by Eric Bellinger.
I really like that.
Nice. I will send the link over. You know how that goes.
Mm-hmm.
And now we are moving on to...
Is it debate now?
Now it's debate. I'm glad you said it like that because I was going to do that dickhead shit.
All right. So for the debate for this week, how do you feel about women proposing to their man?
I hate to be that guy, but I feel like they shouldn't have to do that.
Okay, but how do you feel about
if it were me?
It happening, like women proposing to men?
To me, a lot of them look like they don't have any other choice. Like they know they want to marry him, and they're gonna ask because he's not going to.
So, how do you feel? You're against it?
I'm not for it. I'm not sure how I would, like, if I were the guy. I told you in pre-production, like, I don't physically know how to respond.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to, I don't know how to put my hands to my chest and be like,
grab your invisible pearls
and gasp. Sorry, my necklace wasn't meant for me to do that. Like, it's a chain. I can't really roll. I'm just saying, I don't know. I would hope going forward that I don't make anyone feel like they have to resort to that if they're in a situation with me. But how do you feel about that? Would you do such?
I could never.
Okay, why not?
I said what I said.
I think it's hilarious to put I said what I said there when you didn't say shit. That's even better.
No, so I'm not 100% traditional when it comes to things.
And not me either, but
with
some
certain things
God
I
damn.
can't steer away. I'm not getting down on one knee and proposing to no man and asking him to marry me.
Asking for, I
can't do it.
Yo, when I think of the whole shit, roles reverse, yo, hitting my moms and pops up and being like, yeah, she asked for my hand in marriage. We was at dinner and she asked for my hand in marriage?
And so then when you say no, is the relationship over?
Well, I mean, I think that's over regardless. Like, regardless of the gender role.
So if you if somebody declines your proposal, the relationship's done.
I mean, she pretty much told me where we're at with it.
Maybe she's just not ready to be married.
I want to go here. You don't want to go there. That's where I see it going. So maybe I shouldn't. Maybe we shouldn't waste any more of each other's time. If that's what, if I'm thinking forever and you're not thinking forever, or vice versa. If you're thinking
here's
forever
my thing,
and I'm not thinking forever,
the question should never even be asked if you guys haven't had these conversations already. So there should, in my opinion, there should never be. You should know what the fucking answer is going to be.
You shouldn't have much doubt when you're.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
now we had these conversations. This is, we're on the same page here. So I'm going to ask this bitch to marry me. But
oh my god, that sounds crazy.
I don't think
bitch to marry me.
I don't necessarily think the relationship has to be over if one person declines, though.
I don't,
because I just feel like, obviously, the way I'm going with it is we didn't talk about this because
I got you, but my pride is fucked up after you say no to marriage,
right? But it's like, listen, I'm saying no because I think we have more stuff to work out before we get there. I love you, you know what I mean, but I do not think that we're ready to take that leap yet. We got some shit to work on.
I'm gonna tell you this, and I love you, but sounds decent.
I love you.
No, and
I think
I love you, but
don't say but.
Sounds great being the sender, but the receiver of the I love you, but
you can't say but. You're absolutely right. So when you're saying I love you, however.
Niggas dug into the thesaurus. That's but, motherfucker.
No, just say and. Listen, I love you, and I want to spend my. I don't want our relationship to end.
I'm not gonna hold you. There's not much you can tell me after you say no.
I do think that we have some things to work on before we take that step, though.
I love you, however, I love you, but I love you, and upon further review, none of that shit is floating. I love you, but here's the numbers to the movers, cause I'm out. I'm about to grab my shit. I gotta go.
I don't think it has to be that way, though. I really don't.
And honestly, some of it is niggas be humiliated.
Yeah, but then sometimes niggas rush that shit, though.
People,
yeah. If he asks in front of a bunch of people, I might say yes and then be like,
no later,
nigga. when we're alone, nigga, why the fuck would you
shit?
But some people rush into that shit. You guys could be kicking it, everything could be cool, and this motherfucker is. I'm just gonna ask this bitch to marry me, and it's like, oh my god, we're not there yet. You rushed it. It wasn't me.
See, that's different.
That's what I'm saying.
I think upon those conditions, you're well within your right.
Yeah, you rushed it.
To be put off with his abrupt proposal. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If a man is if a man's jumping the gun, or if a man is trying to rush his way down the aisle with you, you could be whoa, pump your brakes. Love you, but damn, this is crazy.
Yeah, it's moving way too fast.
Damn! You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, when everything's appropriate, when it seems like life is going the way it's gonna go, and y'all, I hate to say it because, more traditional folks would say this is ass backwards and out of order, but y'all living together, y'all got you, right? Y'all living together,
shacking.
Y'all sharing some of these good old bills. Y'all money is mixed up and everything. Then you be like, yeah, you know what? I'm ready to make a real. You know what? Let's do this. And you finally, you done put in the man hours. You done tried to slightly low key find out what she like, and then you done went and did the work, and you done went to the jeweler and got it done. Boom. Then you bring it, and she'd be like, yeah, so nah.
Yeah, so in certain situations, I do think a no is the end of the relationship, because if we're all the way there, we've had these conversations, and we think that we're on the same page, and then you pop the question.
That's a glaring sign,
right? You pop the question, and then the girl says no. It's like, oh, yeah, this is done, because it's we're already living that life.
That's what
but you just don't want to marry me.
I see where okay. It looks.
We had talks about marriage, and you want to get married, but you just don't want to marry me. So the relationship is over.
Yeah. Okay. So you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm just saying, to me, when I'm down there, that's the finality. You know what I mean? I feel that's I'm serious about this. I'm not doing this for nothing. You know what I mean? I pray, I hope that whomever I propose to, that's it. You know what I mean? And we figure it out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everybody's not afforded that luxury. You know what I mean? Like, some people have to deal with divorce. Some people have to deal with other things. Some people have to deal with a lot. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not always, like, perfect. But just for me being an overthinking ass nigga, I just hope that finally when I get there, it's done right. Because I can't afford to have more. Like, I can't afford to have more shit in my head than I do as far as when it comes to, like, I don't know if you're like that. Like, for me, where relationships, like, they're crazy. Like, because it's just like every bullshit experience I have is not compartmentalized. Like, I'd be like, okay, add that to the shit that can't be done wrong or can't happen wrong or this, that, and the third. Like, I never, like, make it like, oh, so that happened with her. Like, that's one thing where I jumble everything together. Other things, I keep it separate, but damn, I can't do that shit.
Oh, that's toxic.
Yo, that shit is bad as fuck. But that's what I'm saying, because it's not, I'm smart enough to know that it's not somebody else's fault. You know what I mean? Like, I don't charge someone else's actions to someone else. But one thing I do is, like, I'd be like, oh shit, like, that shit happened. I don't want that shit to happen. I don't want this shit to happen. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everything that I've been through that went wrong, I don't want it to happen again. Which is wild.
Yeah, some things are
inevitable.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, trust me. I'm realistic. I'm just saying it crosses my mind.
I mean, it crosses, I think, everyone's mind, like the shit that they've been through. And you be seeing, you fuck with somebody and be like, wait a minute. I remember when that nigga did that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know what this shit means, but it's not always the same.
And that's one thing, like I'm just saying, like, the only thing that's, like, well, one of the few things left in my head that has, like, I haven't crossed that bridge yet is, like, marriage. Like, I haven't done it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I've lived with somebody before. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like everything, like, when you live with somebody else, is still, like, a little bit of that in the back of your head. Like, oh, I've done this before. You know what I mean? So you relate certain shit subconsciously. I'm not saying you vilify them for some shit somebody else did, because that's foul. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, I have a whole new experience with whomever I propose to, because I've never done that before. I have a whole new experience with whoever I marry, because I've never done that before. But then, you know, if that shit don't work out, shit, add that to the list of shit that I did before.
Okay.
That's fucked up.
I don't know what to say to that.
Oh, man. I said too much, people. I promise you. Kayla's looking at me like, yo, you're wildin'. Nah.
But, yeah, I'm not proposing to anybody. If I don't get proposed to, I just will never be married. And that's fine with me. That's okay.
So you're not, like, seeking it?
Seeking a proposal?
No, a marriage.
A marriage?
Because you said, like, if you don't get married, that's fine with you.
No, I mean, it's okay. You know, those are the cards that I was dealt. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I think that, I mean, I would like to be one day. You know what I mean?
Okay, so
like,
you would.
That's like like, you know.
Subconscious goal?
Yeah, you want to get married and settle down and all that good stuff, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I want a life partner. You know what I mean? But if the shit don't happen, the shit just don't happen. I'm not gonna like beat myself up about it. You know what I mean?
Oh no! I mean, I think there's a big difference. Like, I don't think that like, you don't have to be like, you could be a person that's like, yeah, like, I think that would be cool, and not be the person that's like there's some people that, like, they think their life is a failure if they don't achieve that shit.
Right?
That
yeah,
shit
no,
is
I don't
dark.
think that at all, because no, there's no way.
There's so much more to life.
There's way more to life than marrying someone.
You know, yeah.
You know.
Well,
you never know. The man that I end up with, what if, I don't know. Some people don't even believe in marriage.
I was about to say, which is funny, because when that shit is done, right, it could be like so cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it could be just so, like, enhancing to your life. Even though you say, like, oh, that shit's not everything, it's like, that shit could be everything if it's, like, with the right person.
Because your family means
right.
everything. Like, you know what I mean? I look at my mom's marriage, and it's just like, you know, it's beautiful. You know what I mean? I would definitely want something like that, you know, for myself or whatever. But
shit, even seeing people, like, man, to be honest with you, even seeing people get married is like, wow.
It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
Sometimes I hate to be a dick, but, like, I feel like sometimes you could feel different experiences.
Oh, well, any wedding that I've been to, I haven't been to that many weddings.
Like,
the couple that I've been to have seemed...
They've all been like, you felt like, wow, this is real love. Like,
so I went to one wedding that I felt, I know that these two people love each other, right? I definitely know that. But it didn't feel, you know how like at my sister's wedding, I just kind of like felt like the love in the room. Like,
no.
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't sound like all corny and shit, but like it just
that's
like,
what you're saying is exactly what I'm getting at.
Yeah, and so like as I went to that one wedding, and I'm like, I know that these two people love each other. Nice wedding, beautiful wedding, whatever. But it was just like, you guys kind of seem like today. You guys kind of seem a little distant. Like, I don't know. It just didn't seem like it was there.
I'm gonna say what you dancing around. I've been to a wedding where I was like, shit, I don't know. Like, fuck it. Like, you know, I was like, shit, good luck. You know,
right.
God bless
y'all.
y'all.
I kind of felt like it was just like the next step. It was like, we have to take this next
exactly.
step.
Shit, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's no knock to them. I'm just saying, like, to some people, I felt like it was like this overarching organic thing that, like you said, like, you don't want to be cheesy about it, but like, love was in the air.
Like, for real,
like,
I just felt it everywhere.
Like, I was like, shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I look back at myself there, and I'm like, there's like a happiness in that place. Yeah. That I'm like, yo, I don't even know how to like recreate that.
That's how I felt about Asia's wedding. You know, in my mom's wedding was like, I already explained this, how my stepfather surprised her, but it was beautiful. But my sister's wedding, you know, that's how it felt there. It was just like so much love and like good energy in the room. Like, you know what I mean? Everybody was just nice and happy and like, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, it was beautiful. And at that other one, it was kind of like, there's this girl that was staring at me the whole time. It was just like, oh my God, get me out of here.
And to me, the craziest thing about that is like, you can't really describe that shit. Like, you can't recreate that shit. Like, it's like, yo, like you can't manufacture that. You can't create that feeling. Like, that feeling of like, damn, that's in that room. Like, yo, like, you know what I mean? Like, trust me, like, me and friends have gone to weddings, and it's like, yo, you come from that, you're like, damn. Like, I felt like, yo, I've gone to a wedding before where I came off of it like, yo, I want one of those.
For real.
And it's like, oh, shit, I didn't even know that was in me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As opposed to, like, coming off another one, and I'm like, shit, God bless y'all.
Word up.
Like, I'm praying.
I'm praying for y'all. With that shit.
I'm praying for y'all as we speak. I hope for the best. You know, like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, so all in all, when we go back to the original bait about people like proposing or people that shouldn't propose, like, don't force that shit.
Nah, don't force it. Don't rush it. Let that shit be authentic.
I mean, because I swear we ain't here forever, but forever seems very long when you got to do it with the wrong person.
And it goes by really quickly when it's with the right one.
Sad as fuck.
Word.
Well, I guess we are on that note.
Well, that wraps it up for this week. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll catch you next week on Shallow Depths.
What's my favorite word? Bitch. Why they gotta say it like short? Bitch. You know they can't play on my court, can't hang with the big dogs, stay on the porch. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle.